And now the final 5 stories we're following. The winter storm we're experiencing isn't only causing travel delays on the roads, it's also impacting air travel. At Pearson Airport, it's been all hands on deck as the storm is impacting flights in and out of the airport. Passengers being advised to check the status of their flights online before heading there. At Billy Bishop downtown, all Air Canada flights in and out of the island airport were canceled today. Porter Airlines also canceled some of their flights. Different story today in Calgary, however. They are getting a taste of spring weather, but that's also creating some dangerous conditions. Emergency crews are warning people and pets to avoid walking near rivers. Last weekend, there was a water rescue where crews helped 2 people to safety after a dog fell through the ice and was never found.
No river ice is ever safe with that current moving underneath it, and the changing weather conditions is very, very fragile and can break away very easily. And there's that risk that someone who breaks through that ice gets pushed by the current and potentially pushed underneath the ice shelf, which is very, very dangerous. So the best thing to do is just stay off of any river ice.
The warm weather has also forced the closure of several outdoor ice rinks and the cross-country trails at Confederation Park. Here at home, the region of Waterloo says it's leaving no stone unturned when it comes to increasing the water supply. But officials say it's too early to say exactly when that will happen. Currently, the region has put any new development applications on hold until they get more answers.
Some projects are closer and easier to do than other projects. Some of the projects in the hopper are going to be very technically complicated and expensive, and we'll take multiple phases to execute. But we are looking at every available tool to accelerate projects.
The region says by the end of the month, they hope to have a list of all the options on the table. The Canadian Real Estate Association says national home sales are expected to bounce back in 2026 after sales activity slowed at the end of last year. There were more than 470,000 transactions recorded in 2025. That was down almost 2% from a year earlier. The association attributes that to a tariff-induced flight of buyers back to the sidelines in the first quarter of 2025. The national average price for a home in December was north of $673,000, only slightly lower than the average from the same time in 2024. And there's good news for buyers as properties listed for sale across Canada were up more than 7% over year at the end of December.
Hello, Rue.
Finally, for us, we're getting our first look at the upcoming 3rd season of hit HBO show Euphoria. It will see the return of stars Zendaya, Sydney Sweeney, and Jacob Elordi, now out of high school, but by the looks of it, still getting into trouble. Season 3 starts streaming April 12th on Crave after more than a 4-year hiatus for the show.